Welcome back to Corridors of Power with Devasirvatham, the Zonal Director of the Narcotics Control Bureau in Chennai. You belong to the 95 batch. In fact, your juniors at Loyola College often, in fact, I was also, when I joined Loyola, I was given this example. I mean, Davidson from the history department made it to the IPS. Today, the civil service exam has undergone a sea change. Today, at least now, you have an aptitude test at the preliminary stage itself. Yeah. How challenging was it for you then in 95? You went to JNU after your stint in Loyola. Did you always want only to join the IPS? Because one goes through your college profile, you were there bagging all the honors in the NCC. You were the best army cadet in the NCC.
Yeah, it's not exactly. I never wanted to be in a uniform service, honestly speaking.
Okay.
Because I went to a Sainik school. I was with uniform for about 7 years. Then I was in NCC for about 3 years.
Almost tired of wearing uniform.
Exactly. Yeah, I was really tired of wearing a uniform. But when I actually started writing the civil service, I didn't mind any of these top 3 services. Whether it's IAS or IPS or IFS, I really did not mind. But later, in retrospection, I realized probably I've got what really suits me or what really kind of where I can really be fitted in. So probably I've landed in the right place actually.
On deputation now, your tenure would be coming to an end next year. Yeah. What are some of the memorable seizures you've probably made, or the most significant seizures you've made or busted any drug cartel over the last 4 years?
This 4 to 5 years experience has been phenomenal, because this is one organization which gives you plenty of opportunity to do a real professional policing work. Because here you have an opportunity of collecting intelligence, developing intelligence, then you do field surveillance, then you actually carry out the operation, and over and above that you go in for investigation, prosecution. So you completely do the work of a professional policeman. So each and every case, it's like a cat and mouse game. We know that a particular trafficker is coming. You need to keep a watch over him. Keep on tracking for days together, months together. And then one fine day when the entire transaction takes place, you strike. The amount of joy, satisfaction, and happiness.
Like a journalist getting a scoop.
Exactly. So you really enjoy that moment. So we have done it in quite a lot number of cases. The last 5 years we've done some good number of cases. And every case is a special way in a way, because sometimes you'll feel that you're actually going to the scene. The drug is supposed to reach in a particular place. You're actually waiting to catch them. By the time you miss them, then you chase them. All such incidents keep on happening.
It reminds me of that good old serial on Doordarshan called Reporter, where Shekhar Suman played the role of that intrepid reporter, and similar things happen then.
Yeah, it's sometimes you'll feel miserable when somebody is leaving the place, and you're not able to catch them. So we make all our efforts to just pursue them, whatever it is, whatever clues we have, whatever information that you get, and build on that. Because this organization gives you plenty of time to act on your information and apply your mind.
And just as well that it's now under the Home Ministry. Earlier it used to be under the Finance Ministry.
Yes, right. That's right. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Tell us some really interesting case that how you cracked it. I'm told that sometimes a person ideally checks into a lodge with somebody you're shadowing, and then use jammers. So the person then gets a little restless because his phone is not working, and then he goes out, gets a new phone, and then it's surveillance from then on.
There's a lot of techniques to actually keep a watch over the criminals. It can use technical help, and also you can do the field surveillance, but we are more dependent on the field surveillance. Suppose if we have a target which is supposed to be watched, which is supposed to be exchanging drugs, we mount surveillance for months together, because we want our officers to be familiar with who this person is, whom is he meeting, who are the people who's coming in contact with him. So when we do a continued surveillance for days together, then one fine day when everything comes together, we strike. Especially when there's a huge exchange taking place, or somebody is flying out of the country, or somebody is taking a vehicle from somewhere from central India and coming into the state, then we make some checks and then we make some seizures.
What's the kind of cooperation you get from other agencies like the DRI or Customs?
Pretty good. We have no hazards as far as cooperation is concerned, in terms of, because we're a very small organization, and when we need support, we call the state police. They give us some strength. At the same time, we were in airport, we ask the customs to help us. They help us. Absolutely, we have no major issues. In the CISF, all of them help us. It's absolutely not.
You like being on deputation?
Of course, certainly. Yeah.
So you've also been known for a certain amount of community policing during your stints, especially in the districts. Also, one officer who doesn't really view an offender as as a permanent criminal, but you seek to reform them. I remember some years ago you were telling me about a particular person, I think from neighboring Sri Lanka, whom you had actually then almost virtually adopted and and rehabilitated that person.
Yeah. So that was a very interesting case, because we had a Sri Lankan boat, an LTD boat, which was here, caught with his Coast Guard. And so subsequently I took up the investigation when I was in Q branch. So during the custodial interrogation of this person, almost I was able to empathize with his condition in the sense that I went in for a empathetic interrogation. So I was able to gel very well with why this boy has turned out to be like this. So that really helped us, and he was very kind enough on his part to come and tell us and disclose the secrets of what is actually special about the boat. Then when we did a proper search of the boat, we found about nearly a huge cache of explosives were hidden inside the boat. Then later the boat was taken out and blasted and all that. So but we do this job, but again there's nothing in the system to help them rehabilitate permanently, because now this guy has got conviction. So at that time really helped us, but he still continues to be in prison. So he has to, unless for him to come out and then he rehabilitate himself, it'll take another 10 years for him to finish his case and come back. I feel there should be somewhere in the system to rehabilitate criminals who have, kind of, in the sense that who have given up everything, who are really volunteering to help the people. Something like that. If it can be worked out, it will be very nice. Somehow we always look at the criminals like criminals. We don't even want to think beyond that after that. Once he's a criminal, he's a criminal. We don't want to give him an opportunity of getting rehabilitated back to the society. Something has to be thought about on that.
Now, a lot of youngsters who are writing the civil services exam, would you ask people to write the civil services exam today? If people talk about, it's still being a good career option, of course, those who don't get in.
It is, no doubt. It's a very good career option in terms of the pay that is given, in terms of the opportunities to work, and all that is certainly good. But the opportunities have really expanded. Probably these kind of opportunities are not available when we were actually taking the civil services. It has quite expanded a lot these days. At the same time, working for the government, working for the people, and the pleasure of working inside is always there, being here. And I cannot just say that you should not aspire to become a civil servant, but look what it suits you, because it doesn't suit everybody. Being a police officer may not suit everybody. I feel it has suited me perfectly well, but doesn't mean that I should not have been here or not there. So one has to look at what will suit to him in life. It's like where I can do really well. So people have to look at those combinations. All this just blindly, everybody is trying, let me also try for civil service. Not really worth it. And blindly, because I got IPS, so I came and joined, it is also not really worth it. Just see that, because this job is, kind of requires a lot of time and energy, and, you'll have to have a lot of sacrificing attitude in your life to do this job.
No, as any good journalist would strive to get some sort of a scoop from an interview or some news peg. Tell us about any operation that you're currently working on, without disclosing too many of the operational details that will jeopardize it.
No, but see, we have quite a good number of operations going on, but some of the key operations are usually about this, trafficking of either ketamine or ephedrine to Malaysia and Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, these places, or usually heroin to Sri Lanka.
Why Chennai in particular? Why has Chennai emerged as a hub? Is it because of the air route?
Because this all requires a network of individuals to do this trade. It's not that somebody can do it in isolation. So you need a buyer in those countries. And why people from Tamil Nadu have got excellent networks in Sri Lanka. They got excellent networks in Malaysia. They got excellent networks in Thailand.
Because of ethnic reasons.
Exactly. So people have migrated many years back. They have contacts and networks. So it's easy for them to trade. It's very difficult for somebody from Delhi to go and do this with somebody in Malaysia or somebody in Sri Lanka, because the language is the barrier. Then again, they can't fly frequently to meet each other. So these kind of ethnic relationship, and also the traditional interactions between these people, it makes it easy and possible for them to do it.
And Chennai to Sri Lanka is much less than the airtime than Chennai to Delhi or any other city.
Exactly. Yeah, very true. Yeah.
Given a second innings in life, I don't know if do you believe in reincarnation?
I don't.
Given a second innings in life, would you want to become a cop and get into the IPS again?
Yes, I don't. Really don't mind. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Absolute pleasure talking to you, Devasirvatham.
Thank you, Sanjay. Thank you.
I would like to add that if not a cop, you'll make a very good television journalist as well.
Thank you.
Thank you very
so
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.